Hello, I'm Laura the Library Lady, and welcome to today's episode. Well, boys and girls, it's not Halloween, but it is the end of week, I believe, 13 of us being together. And we're going to finish out Winnie the Pooh week. And the reason we're reading this book is because this is the book I own. And we want to talk about Winnie the Pooh. And next week, we will be talking about Father's Day and Fathers, and that'll be our last week together. I will have made 13 or 14 weeks of material, and your parents will be able to review it with you. So even though it's not Halloween, it's actually June 12th, 2020. We're still dealing with COVID-19, and it's pretty scary. And there's some other things that are going on that are a little unsettling. And so I want to remind you to talk to a trusted adult or your parents or someone you trust that if you have any issues or problems, okay? And if you're very young, Sesame Street has put out some wonderful materials. But I have my friend Pooh. Hey, Pooh! And he's a good friend. And it's okay if you have a doll or a stuffed animal or a good friend to talk to. That's okay, too, because they're your friend, and they will keep your secrets. All right. And you can do it in the privacy of your own room. If you don't have a room, you have some time alone if you want to. Okay, Winnie the Pooh's Halloween by Bruce, and his name is Talkington. I've never seen that name before. And it's a special edition. We want to thank our publishers. It's Disney. Thank you, Disney, for allowing us to do this. And our objective today is overcoming our fears and trying something new. The late afternoon sun appeared to hesitate on the horizon, settling comfortably among the tip-top branches of the trees of the 100-acre wood, as if reluctant to turn off its light and make way for the night. "Look," chuckled Winnie the Pooh from the grassy knoll where he and his friends were watching the sunset. "The sun doesn't want to go to bed." Oh, I know. I have two little nephews who never want to go to bed. They want to play, play, play. And sunset is such a beautiful time of day. It certainly is. "Perhaps it's afraid of the dark," suggested Piglet, who was much fonder of the sun's arriving and spending the day than he was of its going to bed and leaving animals to bump around in the dark and bruise their very small shins and noses and upset their delicate nerves. Christopher Robin put his arm comfortably around Piglet's shoulders. "No, Piglet," he explained. "The sun simply wants to stay and share Halloween with us." "Oh," remarked Pooh Bear, his tummy rumbling with sudden interest. "It's Halloween. Perhaps a very small smarkle of something sweet." He licked his lips hopefully. "Something sweet to eat." "Don't be silly, Pooh Bear," snorted Rabbit. "A Halloween isn't something to eat." "Course not," agreed Tigger, bouncing up and down on his coiled tail. "Everybody knows that." I think, Pooh Bear, you're always talking about your tummy, aren't you? Okay. "Pardon me for saying so," interrupted Eeyore, looking up from where he was sniffing a particularly tasty-looking thistle, "but knowing what something isn't doesn't exactly tell us what something is, which seems to me to be the point if that's what we're looking for. The point, I mean." "Never mind the point," whistled Gopher. "All I want to know is what the ding-dang we're talking about." "Halloween," announced Pooh, proud of himself for remembering. "And what exactly is a Halloween?" demanded Gopher. So they're thinking about, should I be afraid? Is this something new? Because we know that Piglet's a little afraid of the dark. But nobody knows what a Halloween is. Girls and boys, do you know what a Halloween is? The friends exchanged shrugs and puzzled frowns, then turned to Christopher Robin for an answer. Pooh smiled. Christopher Robin always had answers for the confusing questions that found their way to the 100-acre wood. Halloween, Christopher Robin informed them excitedly, is the scariest Halloween of the year because it takes place at night. You mean, gulped Piglet, it's a holiday that takes place in the very darkness? The darker the better, Piglet. Things are so much more frightening then, don't you think? If you don't mind, responded Piglet, trying to keep his ears from trembling, I think I'll be thinking as little as possible about scary things that happen in the dark. But that's what Halloween is, protested Christopher Robin. When the sun goes down, we all dress up in costumes and see who can be the scariest. Oh boy. Well, I'm going to read one more page because this is quite a long book. And we don't have that much time. But Piglet noticed the sun was no longer resting comfortably in the treetops, but was in fact almost out of sight behind the horizon. One last bright gleam peeping over the rim of the earth. Oh, I'm sorry, but I won't have time to play Halloween with you, Piglet blurted out. I have some very important things to do. What could be more important than scaring the pants off of each other in the dark? Tigger wanted to know. Turning on every light in his house and dusting under my bed, said Piglet. But Piglet, asked Pooh, who cares whether or not there's dust under your bed? I do, answered Piglet, hurrying away into the dust, because that's where I'm going to be spending Halloween. So Piglet does not like the idea, here he is, of Halloween. So boys and girls, I don't know if you believe in Halloween or not. Some people do, some people don't. It's just can be a fun time. And we do it in the fall and we're in the summer. But I wanted to read that to you because it has beautiful pictures, wonderful big words, and the concept of being scary. And what do you do if you're scared? Because we are living in some very scary times right now. So I hope I didn't scare you, and I hope you enjoyed Pooh Week. I have so enjoyed Pooh and all my friends. So next week we're going to focus on fathers as we prepare to celebrate Father's Day. Have a wonderful weekend, boys and girls. See you next week. Bye.